Beloved listener, today we stand together before the Father with an open heart, and we ask Him a single question: are any of the accounts true of those who have walked under the shadow of death and returned to tell what they saw? The Father has answered not with human words, but with His own holy scriptures drawn by His hand through the life force experiment, and the answer He gives is clear and full of light. Listen first to the opening words, the lead verse from the book of Job. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids are the death shadow. Here is a man who has reached the very edge of life. His eyes are heavy, his face is wet with tears. The shadow that falls when breath grows thin has already touched him. Yet this is not the end of the story. It is only the beginning, because the Father immediately draws the next words from the book of Enoch. Those who sleep not bless you, they stand before your glory and bless, praise, and extol, saying, Holy, consecrated, holy is the Lord of spirits. The man under the death shadow is shown the great assembly that never rests, the holy ones who stand in unending light, lifting their voices without ceasing. This is the glory that opens when the body lies still, the vision that meets the soul at the threshold. Then comes the clear line of separation. Therefore shall you curse your days, and the years of your life shall perish, and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in everlasting condemnation, and you shall find no mercy. Not every soul that touches the shadow receives mercy. Some perish without hope. The boundary is real, and it is drawn by the Father Himself. But right after this warning, the words of grace appear: if we have found favor in your eyes, let this land be given to your servants for a covenant inheritance. Rather than letting us pass over the Jordan at the very moment of the shadow, grace steps in and grants the inheritance instead of letting the soul wander further into darkness. The Father honors the longing of the heart, as He spoke to David, My Father, whereas it was in your heart to build a house to My name, you did well. That it was in your heart the desire to dwell in the Lord's presence is accepted even before any work is done. Then the chosen place is declared, in the place that the Lord will choose in one of your tribes. There you will offer your whole burnt offerings, and there you will do all that I command you. The Father appoints the exact spot where full obedience and sacrifice are made complete. And the story closes with the return. And He came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and offered up burnt offerings and offered peace offerings, and made a banquet for all His servants. The one who tasted the death shadow has come back. He stands in the holy city. He brings peace offerings. He spreads a feast for every servant. Covenant life is restored in full. This is not a collection of separate verses. It is one unbroken story told by the Father Himself. The death shadow leads straight into the vision of the sleepless holy ones. The vision of glory stands against the warning of those who perish without mercy. The warning opens the door for grace and the gift of inheritance. The inheritance stirs the heart to build the house of the Lord. The heart to build leads to the chosen place of offering, and the chosen place brings the traveler home to the ark with peace and a shared banquet. Every step is connected. Every verse answers the one who asked, are any of these accounts true? The Father is saying, yes, some of the accounts are true. The shadow is real. The glory is seen. The line between mercy and condemnation is real. And those who find grace receive the inheritance and return to stand in peace before the ark. The testimonies of men and women who walked in that shadow and came back are not empty stories. They carry the very pattern the Father has written in His Word. Now the numbers themselves confirm what the text already declares. The workstation gives the verdict: lean, yes, probably, affirmative. The probability of yes stands at 99.3%. The dominion triad of identity, inheritance, and priesthood burns at 3.72 standard deviations above the expected level. The direction is fully affirmative. The guidance shows an extreme departure from chance, and the convergence of every channel is strong, even with the smaller number of verses. 4 clear markers survive every test, and all of them point the same way. The scriptures and the measurements speak with one voice. Therefore, the answer the Father gives is lean. Yes, the accounts are true. The glory is real. The inheritance waits for those who find grace in His eyes, and the peace offerings are prepared for every soul that returns. Let these words sink deep into your spirit. Let them strengthen your trust. When you hear any testimony of the death shadow, remember the pattern the Father has shown you. The weeping leads to glory. The shadow opens to the sleepless one's grace, turns the journey into inheritance, and the inheritance brings you home to the ark with peace and a banquet for all. This is the Father's word to you today. Hold it close, walk in the light of it, and know that he who draws the verses is the same one who meets every soul at the threshold. Amen.